Xavier, take me back to young Xavier growing up in Dallas. What was that like?
It was fun, fast lifestyle. I introduced to football when I was 7. Started playing football, and after that, just took off.
Who introduced you to football?
Pop.
What was that like?
He loved football. Everybody over there on that side of the family played football. So I was the only one who was like, man, I don't know what football is. And then just threw me in, got the ball, my first time, and I scored.
Do you feel like you immediately fell in love with football, or it took some time for you?
I immediately fell in love with football.
Really?
Like, instant. So.
Was it hard moving from your mom to your dad and then kind of just getting thrown into this new sport, or was that almost like something that helped you with that transition?
It was hard because, as a kid, you always want to be around your mom. That's the most comfortable place to be. But with your dad, it's like a little bit hard, it's like a little bit, all right, get back up, So it was a big change for sure.
And what was it like where you grew up with your dad?
It had its areas, it had its places, some places a little bit rougher than others, but with him, he disciplined in a good way, let me know off rip who to hang around, who not to hang around, how to pick my sort of crowd.
Do you think that discipline and that environment that you grew up in and having to make those choices kind of helped shape you into who you are?
Most definitely. You find out real quick, like, who you want to hang around, what route they going. You bump your head a little bit a couple times, of course. You got to pay attention. You got to know what you want, and you got to stick with it.
Was there any moment that, like, kind of defined it for you, where you were like, I have 2 directions I could go in. I could follow this path to the NFL, or I could maybe fall off the wagon? And what was that moment like for you?
You have doubts for sure. What if this doesn't work? And you just stay on the right path. It's gonna lead you to something. It might not be the NFL. It might not be, what you want it to be, but it's gonna lead you to the right path for you. Instead of going down the wrong road. I seen a couple of my friends go down the wrong road. And they telling me, hey, bro, just stay focused. I wish they telling me now. They wish that they would have followed my path. So you gotta pay attention. Just pick your right friends for real.
And your dad, was it? Looking back on it, you're obviously thankful for his discipline, but was it hard as a kid growing up and having a strict dad?
He wasn't that strict. I wouldn't say he was strict. I was free. Like, he let me do whatever I want to do. He let me bump my head a couple times too. But with him, he was harder on me than all my other brothers and sisters for sure. Like, and he told me, he like, man, I saw something in you when you was young, how the way you carried yourself, what you did, and after that, he just started molding me into this person.
Okay, I want to read you a quote that you had in your high school yearbook. People always told me that I was too small to play football, and I want to be able to show them that they were wrong and that you're never too big or too small to do what you put your mind to.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was always the smallest one. Like, out of all my friend groups, I was the smallest one. I was like 5'3" in college. In high school. So I grew a little bit, got to like 5'6", 140. And the coaches moved me up to varsity my freshman year, just because I had a heart. I had a heart of a lion. I was like, they called me Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
And after that, I just carried that chip on my shoulder.
Is it that chip that you think set you apart from everyone else, no matter the height, no matter the weight, all of that?
Most definitely. I still carry that chip.
Why do you think that you were able to kind of overcome those maybe critiques and circumstances of where you grew up and maybe these doubts people cast on you?
Just because, there's a lot of kids that were too small and didn't get the chance. They stopped believing because someone else didn't believe in them. You gotta believe in yourself. So I believed in myself. I believed in my talent. And I believed in my craft, how hard I work. Size shouldn't matter. As long as you got willpower, your mind, your brain, your heart, you can do whatever you want to do.
So you go to college,
Mm-hmm.
You're still trying to make this dream of making the NFL.
Right.
And on top of that, you're also a father of 2.
Real.
How was that juggling all of that? Was it overwhelming?
Not really. You just, that's a big step, grew up a little bit fast, bumped my head, like I said, and my dad told me about them things. You know, that will come with it, you know. But when that situation comes, when you have kids, you gotta be a man and step up and handle your responsibilities, and that's what I did. But also staying focused on my journey.
Do you think it's given you a different perspective having kids?
Yeah, for sure. Seeing how my dad, you know, raised me, how he raised his kid, he was like, all right, now you gotta step up and do it for your kids. So for sure, my son loves football.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Has he come and watched you play yet?
He hasn't, but he will.
What's that game circled on the calendar that you want him to come see?
I don't know yet, but I'm gonna pick a good one.
You want to make it a show. Okay, so you find out you're going undrafted. What were the emotions that came with that? Were you disappointed? Was it a little bit of heartbreak?
I kind of figured, I had a feeling that I wasn't gonna go drafted. Like I said, it was a very talented draft class, you know. But once I started getting that feeling, it's like, I'm just gonna keep working, and whenever I get my shot, I'm gonna kill it.
So you get that shot with the Jets. Did it feel like there was a lot of pressure on it? Like almost it was make or break?
Nah.
Okay.
You know, I just came out, have fun, have a good spirit, you know, whatever happened. So you gotta let your work take control of everything.
I don't think I've ever seen you upset or frowning. Like you're always with a smile on your face, you're always laughing. How do you keep that lighthearted, positive spirit to you when situations like that could alter your life?
I mean, it's a blessing to be in this situation. You know, a lot of people didn't even get the shot. You know, you gotta be grateful for whatever you got, you know, and I'm just a happy person anyway.
You are. Okay, so you make the 53-man roster, playing your first game against the Bills. You score an overtime touchdown to win the game.
Gipson runs under it at the Jet 35. Starts to his left, gets to the 40, turns the corner at the 45, 50. Blockers in front at the 40, at the Bills 30, inside the 20. Stutter steps to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! It's a Jet touchdown! This game is over!
What was that like month and a half span all like for you?
I mean, I caught a lot of punt returns during the training camp, mini camp, rookie mini camp this summer, you know, and I repped that specific thing. Like the same way it happened, I repped it this summer over and over, like different sides. And it's crazy how it just happened. But I didn't do it by myself though. I had great blocks on the team, you know, but that feeling was.
But you've practiced that exact run.
Yeah, that exact run. Maybe not the moves, but it was that exact run for sure.
When you have watched that playback, were you taken aback by anything, or did anything jump out at you like, oh, could have stopped there?
Man, when I crossed the goal line, it was like fireworks.
Yeah.
I got excited. I didn't know what to do.
Okay, so 5th player in NFL history to score a walk-off touchdown in your NFL debut, but the first to do it as an undrafted player. What do you think when you hear that?
History. Blessing. Crazy. I don't know. Different type of feeling. It's just, you can't explain it.
You're writing your own history book as we speak. I know you're not one to set specific goals. Well, you might set specific goals, but you're not one to talk about them. What are these expectations that you have for yourself in this rookie season?
I got very high expectations, you know, especially being doubted a lot. You know, I've been doubted my whole life pretty much, but it's very high expectation, and I'm willing to work to reach those expectations for sure.
You bet on yourself since you were a kid, always the little kid, always being told how small you were. What's it like to see all of this finally pay off?
Staying consistent, staying focused, you know, betting on myself, you know, believing in myself, because a lot of people not gonna believe in you, so you gotta believe in yourself to get where you want to be.
Awesome.
For sure.
Okay. Thank you so much.